one alive. Her friends lie in silence, no spark left in their eyes. Her lilies are withering, just like all her lies.
She drags herself up from the blood and the sand, but the weight of their death crushes down on her hands. The world wanted a story, the arena wanted blood, so she gave them a tragedy carved raw from the mud.
This is the Crucible, where legends are born, where hope turns to ashes and souls get torn. We laugh through the pain and we bleed for the crowd. In the heart of the monster, we still stand proud.
Glory and ruin, we carry the light through the dark and the whispers. We still fight.
One day the curtain falls,
One day the chains will break,
but tonight we bleed, we burn, we sing. And tomorrow we fight again. We step through the fire, blood on our hands. The Lord smiled down from his tower of chains, while the rest of us fought just to stay in the game. Sylvia fell under celestial blades.
Lilith stood furious, heart full of flame. I may burn like lightning, wild and untamed. Silent moved quiet through the smoke and the fear. Ivory kept on praying like the end wasn't near.
This is the Crucible, where legends are born, where hope turns to ashes and souls get torn. We laugh through the pain and we bleed for the crowd. In the heart of the monster, we still stand proud.
Glory and ruin, we carry the light through the dark and the whispers. We still fight.
The Lord plays his games in the dark up above, while ivory stands broken, the last one alive. Her friends lie in silence, no spark left in their eyes. Her lilies are withering, just like all her lies.
She drags herself up from the blood and the sand, but the weight of their death crushes down on her hands. The world wanted a story, the arena wanted blood, so she gave them a tragedy carved raw from the mud.
This is the Crucible, where legends are born, where hope turns to ashes and souls get torn. We laugh through the pain We stepped through the fire, blood on our hands. The Lord smiled down from his tower of chains, while the rest of us fought just to stay in the game. Sylvia fell under celestial blades.
Lilith stood furious, heart full of flame. Our May burned like lightning, wild and untamed. Silent moved quiet through the smoke and the fear. Ivory kept on praying like the end wasn't near.
This is the Crucible, where legends are born, where hope turns to ashes and souls get torn. We laugh through the pain, yeah, and we bleed for the crowd. In the heart of the monster, we still stand proud.
Glory and ruin, we carry the light through the dark and the whispers. We still fight.
The Lord plays his games in the dark up above, while ivory stands broken, the last one alive. Her friends lie in silence, no spark left in their eyes. Her lilies are withering, just like all her lies.
She drags herself up from the blood and the sand, but the weight of their death crushes down on her hands. The world wanted a story, the arena wanted blood, so she gave them a tragedy carved raw from the mud.
This is the Crucible, where legends are born, where hope turns to ashes and souls get torn. We laugh through the pain, and we bleed for the crowd. In the heart of the monster, we still stand proud.
Glory and ruin, we carry the light through the dark and
Right. The second I video from King. You try talking. No. Going through. I don't know this. Right. Because the Discord, like, because if you try listening to yourself either.
Stupid technology. Was there an update recently? Because
there
they
was
do
some.
like to just they love switching settings during their updates, and I absolutely have no idea why, and I hate that. Like it doesn't even put it back to default. It's like, why is that where it's set? That doesn't work. I wouldn't set it for that. I don't have one of those.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's
Yeah, it shows even on the screen here, Ivory and Ame. Well, Ame not anymore, muted, but
okay.
I hear the audio. It's coming through.
yay! Hooray!
Oh, that is so bizarre. Okay.
I mean, as long as it's working.
Yep. Okay. Go for it.
Hooray! Technical difficulties dealt with. So, as I was saying, last we left off, we had Ivory headed to the tavern to have a couple drinks and, let's say, reflect or lick her wounds, however you want to look at it. We've got Ame making a little money in the world's oldest profession over at Ruby's and chumming it up with Rosalind. We've got Lilith in her hut, keeping to herself, doing her thing. Remington is about. He has met with his contact and he is doing his bounty hunter bit. Occasionally, you'll see him pop in and out of the portal. It's been a few days since your guys' last fight. About a week or so is what I'm thinking at this point. And let's see, that kind of rounds out what everybody was up to. Hated has wandered off, so to speak. And I think we are going to start the morning off. Ivory, you went and had a drink and just kind of sat by yourself and had some food and went to bed. I'm assuming you came back to Ruby's at some point in the evening?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we will start off with that. You will hear a small knocking in the morning, just on your door.
She'll open the door.
And there stands Rosalind. Her morning brightness, a little too obnoxious for how early it is. She is definitely built like a chicken. The minute that sun comes up, she is wide awake. Good morning. And she's got tea and coffee as usual. And she goes, hi, how are you feeling this morning? She just kind of barges into your room, comes and sets it all down.
I never understand how you have so much energy first thing in the morning, but I'm okay as okay can be.
Well, good to hear. And she pours you a cup of coffee. And she goes, so, I have a proposition for you. I need a singer. You need something to keep your mind off of, she kind of grimaces a little, recent events. So, 25 gold a day, plus any tips you get or make afterwards, are all yours. What do you think?
Okay. There. Let's do it.
So I will have someone bring you up a handful of garments, and you can choose which you feel like showing up for your performance. We'll talk details later. I have other things to attend to, but get your mind right. Do your bardic best. Write some things, sweetheart. I'm sure you have glorious glory in you. And she kind of whoosh out the door, barely really asking, more telling you. This was not really a request. You've just been voluntold. You know how those types of people are. Like she technically asked you. Yeah, really didn't have much to say. And out the door she goes, leaving you with a tray of coffee. And you notice there's a couple of the croissants and scones from the bakery sitting there hot and ready and warm.
She'll eat a scone and finish her coffee.
Ame, you wake up as well. Good morning to you. And you will notice that the walls now have ivory all over them. Or ivy, not ivory. Giggity. Ivy. What were you doing last night?
See,
No,
she's so
ivy.
eager for my performance that she's having dreams about me now.
And you'll notice that ivy, god damn it, is crawling all over the walls around the place, and it's got some flowers starting to bloom on it, and they all originate from your bed.
Just kind of walks over it to get changed and gets ready for the day.
Right? The smell of breakfast as usual wafting up through your rooms. And we will shift over to Lilith. Good morning to you as well. And almost like clockwork, as you're packing up, you see your brother coming with coffee and a scone. Morning.
Morning. And stepping on my bits and bobs that didn't poof with my when I took down the spell back into my bag. Stone. Thank you. So, how are you this morning?
Oh, I had to get out of there, Lilith. Your sister woke up extra full of herself this morning and had a grand idea and told me all about it last night to the point where I fell asleep in my chair. Apparently, she's going to hire the bard.
Okay.
I have high hopes. I you know she's got an eye for talent, hence the business. So if she has faith in her, I'll have faith in her until I'm proven otherwise.
I mean, you know my stance on that place. That place belongs to you guys. You guys do what you want with it, and I just make sure to stay safe. Otherwise, so
He chuckles. Yeah, yeah. We. So back to the library for you today?
yep, as usual.
Well, keep your songbirds nearby in case we need you, please.
Ew. And I am going to make my way over to the library. Stopping in the bakery. I mean,
All right, he will, as you walk in, he kind of wave, "Good morning, Lilith."
good morning, good morning. Set the stuff on his desk. I'll be in my spot.
All right, and he just kind of waves at you and like barely looks up from his book, but he's polite about it, bookworm style. Morning. All right, then we will shift to silent. You have spent the better part of the evening moving through the woods, headed north to this set of waterfalls. And as you kind of come upon this giant pool of water with this has got to be it, waterfall at the end of it. Excuse me. Um, Kind of choking on my own words quite literally there. As the water is cascading down into this giant pool, you can see through the mists of this raging torrent that there is something beyond the uh, the water. You can see a tiny little footpath that you like. Even you're gonna have kind of a hard time scurrying around through, and not even just getting through it, but staying dry when you do. And oops, wrong window. That's the right window. God damn it, Bobby. You are not on the map. Wow. Something didn't save. There we go. You will enter this very large cave here. This was all supposed to be blacked out, but this map did not save the last time I was messing with it. So sorry, not sorry. You can just see a lot more of this cave. I'm struggling here. Sorry.
You're good.
No worries. I've got it covered on the stream. Do what you need to do, and then I'll get it for everybody again here in just a second.
That'll do for now. As you come into this very large cave, that water as you were walking by it was just absolutely deafening. But the moment you step on the other side of it, nothing. Even your heartbeat has been muffled. And here you are.
Hit it.
Are you muted?
No, I'm thinking.
Okay. You see
I mean,
in
this
front
is
of
what
you
happens
these
when you wander out by
large
yourself.
glowing mushrooms. They're taller than you are. Some of them reach almost to the roof of this 15, 20-foot tall cavern. And you can see what maybe looks like faintly glowing runes kind of fading in and out all along the walls and the floors and the ceiling. And all of the light in this place is produced by these mushrooms, these bioluminescent mushrooms, and the light of these runes fading in and out.
Can I do an investigation check on the runes? If I learn anything?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, wrong way.
I gotta turn him up.
Oh, brother. I learned none.
You see these faintly glowing runes kind of fading in and out. You see these very tall mushrooms that have a bioluminescence to them. With an investigation of 6, you don't find anything else of note, really. And
Okay.
and inside your head, you hear little ghosts.
Hayden's just gonna shake his head. He's gonna start wandering deeper into the cave.
So small. You bring me secrets, I give you what you see. Your footsteps aren't even making noise.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna keep wandering around this cave.
The
Is there
sweeter the
anything?
pain. deeper the truth I'll speak.
Is there anything to the right side? Or is this supposed to be like a wall?
Nope. As you kind of wander down through here, you will see that the cave opens up.
Arcade. Let's keep trucking. We're gonna start hurrying our little ass up and going this way.
You can hear scurrying. You hear what sounds like something walk along the walls, but only the initial step or maybe a scratch. In a cave, it would echo maybe. Nope, this is just the singular scritch of something against the wall right fucking next to you. What is it that you see, little ghost?
No, keep moving. I'm not gonna pay no damn mind to that. It's just a ghost. Nope.
And again, you see just more mushrooms, more of the glowing runes, and kind of off in the corner, you notice a bit of light coming from the edge of the kind of the back corner of the cave. That's the light of a torch, not the light of these mushrooms.
Okay, let's see. Can I do a perception check to see if I notice anything else?
Yeah.
Please be better than a day. Oh my god. Brother, Aiden should have drank before this walk.
What you do see over there in the corner is a pile of gold coins in a chest, kind of illuminated by this torch behind it. And what looks like maybe a globe, like a big globe, big stand-up thing you might see in a professor's office.
I'm gonna go look at the globe. See if there's something up with it.
Hello, little ghost. A Nothic appears before you. You get to about here, and this big, nasty, kind of green black skinned creature is standing on top of this pile of gold, and its arms and legs are too long for its short little body. There's spikes coming out of its back at weird angles, and it's got this great, huge, toothy, jowly mouth that is just dripping this weird green ichor, and it's looking at you. And without its mouth moving, you hear in your head. Oop, let me pull this out. So small, so meek, you bring me secrets. I give you what you seek. Sweeter the pain, the deeper the truth thou speak. About the man in chains and pay the price you keep.
It is gonna do exactly what I'm doing right now and just kind of stand here staring at it, dumbfounded, like what?
It vanishes. Oh, confusion. Ah, not good enough. What do you know that I should know?
Okay, where the hell are you? You can get out of my damn head.
Lance, there's coming a price. You want to know of me? I need to know of you.
And what exactly do you need to know?
What others don't. We are the secret. The
What? You want to know that my parents abandoned me because I was smaller than most halflings? You want to know that my guild is actively hunting me down because I am an alcoholic because I want to silence the voices of my guild master telling me I'll never be enough for the people around me? Is that what you want to hear?
Good, yes.
It's it's not that deep. I just like to drink. I steal, I rob. I kill sometimes. Sometimes I kill. Sometimes I kill a lot. But the drinking has nothing to do with that. I just hate hearing my guildmaster talk.
Because you're loud where silence should be. Broken, pretty little things for him to see. Collects the ones who don't know they're broken. Just like little you and me.
So what's the deal with this cave? Is there anyone even in here? Or are you gonna keep playing tricks with me?
One more time, I'm sorry.
So what's this deal with this cave? Are you gonna just be a ghostly voice, or are you gonna keep playing tricks with me, or are you gonna show yourself?
Is it silence you actually fear, or being alone?
Uh, Neither. The silence. Being afraid of the silence is because when there's nothing around me, the voices of the people I have failed get louder. I'm not necessarily afraid of the silence, I'm afraid of what waits within it. If I can drink and pass out before that time comes, I don't have to hear it.
Well, you drown out that voice every night. Have you ever wondered if it was someone calling out to you, mourning you? A quiet grief that never healed? Tending goats and ghosts in a small, forgotten field.
No, I've never had anyone. Only found out about my powers. The fucking Hayden's gonna summon two sonic blades in his hands. And say about a year ago when the guild put a hit on me because I was drinking too much.
And as you kind of produce these blades, you will notice it up on the mushroom near you, kind of stick its head out, and it's got this long neck. It's a long neck. It looks almost snake-like. It can kind of move on its own and kind of do this big snake thing around the mushroom and look at you. He goes, "Is that what they told you? Or was someone erasing mistake? They told her you were dead."
Oh, I was dead.
More answers you seek. You know the price. Tell me of your friends.
Mm, What friends? People who forced me into an arena where I experienced death, or the people who I thought raised me and now want me dead? Either way, it's not a win-win situation for me.
Your questions. So few answers are secret. Why? This whole time you're looking at it and his jaw never moves. It's just staring at you and this ichor dripping out from between these big, nasty, jagged teeth that look like they've got chunks of flesh hanging in them. There's bits of meat. This man does not floss properly.
I don't know. I'm just gonna continue standing there staring at him, like just confused and honestly what I'm looking at.
All right, forgive me. I'm thinking through a couple of different options here. Why did you follow the old man's word? Why have you come here?
Of my own curiosity.
You actually see its jaw move when it does that. This weird laughy cackle. Oh, curiosity made me the man I am today.
Uh-huh. What do you mean by that?
Hunger knows no bounds. Magic fills the voids.
Magic fills the voids. Care to elaborate a little bit more?
Hunger deep with no end in sight. Wearing men like coats at night. Doesn't want your prayers or lights. It needs to be the only thing.
You cut out there at the end. It needs to be the only thing.
It, it wants to be the only thing that bites. Kill the man and the monster grins wide. Feed the beast and the man will hide. Find the wound where the first deal was tied. Bring something born of opposing sides.
No.
You see the Nothic kind of point up with one gnarled finger at the treasure chest back in the corner. The thing he fears is so close, yet it too can disappear.
You're trying to bribe me to bring people to you. Uh, Is that what you're getting at here?
You see its eye get wider, and it gestures at the floor. And you'll notice that it is littered with bones. There are animal, humanoid, and various sorts. I feed on knowledge. If they survive, that is on them. The Nothic will kind of scurry off back towards the treasure pile, kind of looking over his shoulder as he does, kind of looking back at you. And again, still in your head. He wants to see which one will break just right, become his favorite in the night. Shiny new vessel burning bright, or kindling for its final light. The quiet after all the cheering dies.
So Hayden's gonna talk to himself out loud and like go over what just happened. He wants me to bring Ami. Did did I miss anything else?
I,
Because like there was a couple of times where he cut out. I got that he wanted me to bring Ivory and Lilith as well.
How? How did you come to that? I just like,
Well, because the three of them study the freaking most out of all of this. Like Ami's powers, he wants something not of this world. Obviously, that pointed towards Ami. He wanted knowledge. Lilith literally spends most of her free time in the library. She's constantly studying. And then, uh, honestly, I'd say like with Rose, or Ivory, she does the bardic thing. She's constantly learning things about her environment and writing stories about it.
okay, I'm gonna above table a little bit for you because you are newer to D&D. What this thing is trying to get out of you is secrets. It has secrets for trade. This is a back and forth. I will give you secrets, you give me secrets.
Okay.
So, Nothic's short backstory are wizards who craved forbidden knowledge so hard that it took over, and they have transformed into these things. And these things are still deeply craving that knowledge. Think Gollum for the ring kind of obsession.
Okay.
So it knows things, and it wants to know what you know, and it wants to add your secrets to its collection of secrets, and will bits and bobs trade. I know this thing. What do you know? I can give you bits of secrets. What can you tell me that nobody else knows?
He doesn't really know much about his party. He kind of spends most of his time drunk, so there's not very many secrets he knows.
So, back in Nothic, from the gold pile, you will hear, like out loud this time, from down the cave, because you kind of walked back that way.
Yeah.
So many questions, so few answers, little ghost. Come back when you have better secrets to bleed. The quiet ones always do. Not sure in blood, but sure in sin. He let the guilt take you, the guilt eats within. He watches from shadows with a knife twisting deep in his throat. In a very weird, very different voice. You heard that in your head. But you can tell it was still the Nothic.
Hada's gonna like scratch his head and try to figure out what like any of that meant.
And right next to you, you will see the Nothic appear again. Looks at you kind of up and down. And repeats again. Oops, where'd that line go? Damn it. That's a good one. So many questions, so few answers. And he drops like this broken looking medallion at your feet and disappears again.
Hada's gonna pick up the medallion.
As you pick up the medallion, you will feel like you are falling at 1,000 miles an hour. Everything around you goes black. And we're going to shift over to Lilith, who is studying along, I'm assuming.
Yes, as far as I'm aware that I'm alone in my little room back in the library.
Yep. You can, again, hear what sounds like the fluttering of one bird every once in a while. But as you are looking through this, you are finding, again, more information on the Silver Dawn. From what you are learning, they seem to be this group of paladins that just appear and start helping and just show up out of nowhere, save the day, and then back into the portal from whence they came with little more than a head nod from any of the soldiers as they come and go. The description of their armor that radiates holy light, and the feeling of just actual good godliness coming off of them was almost physical.
Do I find out where they're from?
You learn that this hollowed knight that you keep seeing or having heard referenced a couple times is not a person, but an event. And you find out that about 8 days east is a mountain range where there once stood a huge fortress known as Aloria, a kingdom whose crown jewel fortress was at the top of this mountain range. And that whatever transpired, this hollow night, happened there.
I'm gonna go looking if I can find a map.
Okay, roll me an investigation check, please. As you are kind of scouring through the books and you're shuffling a few things around because you're looking for what you think is a map, what a map would look like, maybe a scroll, something like that. You reach up and grab one of the books. And as you do, it screeches, leaps out of your hand and up into the nothing behind you, and you lose sight of it.
I follow it with my eyes. Like, I watch it go wherever it's going. And wait for a second. See if it comes back.
It just kind of disappears into the I spy, find the item that is this clusterfuck of bookshelves and paper. It just blends into the background.
Okay. I keep my alert and go back to looking.
As it leapt off, it knocked a box off of the shelf. And in that box, you find a scroll. As it hits the ground in front of you, you see a couple of scrolls fall out of it, a small journal, and what looks like half a medallion. It looks fairly cleanly broken in half. And that is spilled onto the ground in front of you.
I down medallion to connect it.
As you touch the medallion, you feel like you're falling at 1,000 miles an hour into an inky blackness. As you kind of feel yourself standing upright, you, out of the corner of your eye, can swear you see Silent. And as you turn your head, he's gone. Silent. As you kind of right yourself in this moment, out of the corner of your eye, you swear you see Lilith, and when you turn, she's not there. And the both of you watch as before you the night sky is wrong. There's no stars, only a swirling void of black clouds and a sickly red light, illuminating this mountain range and a castle. And you can see fires burning within it. You can see people fighting and what looks like a horde of demons that is oozing up over the walls into the castle almost like a liquid. And down in the fight, you can see paladins slaying as many of these demons as they can, just left and right. One guy standing up screaming, "Man forward," giving directions and barking orders and making sure that the doors are sealed. They're doing the best they can, but they are being overrun. And Lilith, you recognize them as the Silver Dawn. the armor irradiating just holy light. You see some of these demons just can't seem to even get close to this commander. And as he is cutting down one after another, you see his great sword come through one with such precision that it just drops it in a single hit. As you're watching all of this, you can hear the screams of these demons. They are multi-voiced, they're wet, they're thick. It's inhuman, but they're human words and voices. It's just screaming in pain. You did this, you caused this, it's all your fault. This is everything you did. Excuse me, my voice is rough from the last couple days, so my apologies. Above you, there are giant winged demons that are just casting these massive shadows over the battlefield, blocking out what little bit of light is left. And over the top of one of the walls, you see two huge hands kind of grip it. And as this massive beast kind of raises up over the castle wall, climbing up over the top, this massive grouping of arms and chains swirling around it, acting snake-like. They're not just moving around. The ends of them seem to be looking at you like a cobra. And his body is covered in screaming mouths and eyes. And they're kind of morphing and warping in and out. But this thing must be the better part of 1,000 feet tall. And you hear one of the other knights scream out, "Sir Valor, what do we do now?" And he looks back at his men and screams, "Retreat. Back to the sanctuary. We must create a safe hold." And you see them all sort of pile into the center of the city. View switch is silent. You are standing inside of what looks like a cathedral. And you see Valor's men holding the door as the demons are trying to get in, and they're pouring through the walls one at a time as best they can, or the windows as they can. And you see him drop to his knee. And he looks up. He goes, "Help." And in that moment, something vast and hungry answers. Endless inky void starts to take over the already dark sky, and eyes pop into existence in the sky, and they all lock on this monstrosity taking over the mountain, or taking over the keep. Valor screams out in pain as this monstrosity does as well. As it's pulled towards the center of the cathedral, this hair begins to form around Valor. Underneath it is this dark, swirling, cosmic purple energy, and you see him kind of flashing back and forth with this same cosmic energy ripping through his skin and eyes. And you see this abomination suddenly inside the void looking out. And as this whips down into the tear, you see chains crisscrossed all over the top of it, and it becomes solid. And right as the floor begins to go back to the original chapel, it locks one eye of the hundreds all over its mass underneath the tear, locks straight onto you, Lilith and Silent. Both of you can't see each other, but you're both experiencing this. Bam, direct eye contact with this thing. And you hear, "You seek to break the man who broke this world. I can give you the means. The chains that bind me still remember the taste of his blood. Unmake a single link, and I will lend you my hunger. Together we can tear the vessel open. I will give you the strength to wound the thing that wears him. All I ask is to be free enough to finish what I started. The eye blinks once, slowly. The choice is yours. Call me when the dark grows too heavy, or let the monster finish ripening. And it all slams shut. The vision ends. You, Lilith, snap up in the library. Your head had hit the table, or rather, you had fallen to the ground. And as you stand up, you see a ghostly apparition standing over the top of you. Oh, damn it. All over the place. And it is a man wearing the same armor you saw in your vision. And he looks old and grizzled, like it's been a long time since that fight, but the armor's never come off. He says to you, you seek the man Valor once was, or the monster he has become. Find me. I wait in the shadowed valleys beyond the Black Spire Mountains. Bring proof you carry the light he once protected, and I will aid you. But be warned, the longer you wait, the stronger the darkness inside him grows. And like wind, he just kind of dissipates. You got a hell of a headache. Silent, you wake up in that cave. Kind of a headache going after seeing all that. And you hear the Nothic giggling.
What is so funny?
Oh, wealth of knowledge. Held that for never spoke to me. Find what it offers and come back to me.
Gotcha. Ada's gonna like grab his forehead and like kind of rub it, trying to like ease the headache.
Right? And you're going to see the Nothic kind of vanish again. And it goes back to absolute dead silence in here again. You don't hear scurrying, you don't hear his voice, and you feel almost as if he's let go of your brain. Like you could kind of feel this weird itch almost when he was talking to you, and that's even dissipated.
It's going to sit there for a moment and just listen to the quiet. Been a while since he's not heard any voices with a pounding headache. I mean, it's kind of deafening.
Yeah, you just can kind of sit there in the silence for a little while. It is like a recording studio. It is dead quiet in here. Nothing. So as you are sitting there kind of taking a little bit of this in, what's going through your head?
So Hated is going to kind of curl up and like sit there, kind of in a fetal position, but like sitting up, uh, and just quietly start crying. Uh, he's hearing the voices of his guild master tell him that it's all his fault, that everything that has happened is it's all Hayden's fault, is the outcome of everything, that he was never good enough, he could have done more, uh, he should have been in a better position, he could have been more helpful to his team. Uh, he's gonna kind of look around into his uh, bag of holding, see if he can find a flask, but then he's just gonna chuck the bag off to the side, and he's just gonna weep quietly just for a little bit.
Well, then we will pan out a little bit on Silent having his moment of reflection. And we will pan back in on Ame and Ivory. Ame, what are you up to?
Uh, mhm. It's still like morning time, or is it later?
Forgive me, what was that?
Is it still about morning time, or is it later?
We've moved on a little bit later. It's now probably noon-ish, or you're having lunch, getting around to kind of having a day. As you are downstairs, you will see that a few attendants are beginning to kind of move some things around in the main area and are setting up a stage. It's clearly not done yet, but they're definitely setting up a stage.
Mm, Ami's gonna flag an attendant
He's going to
over
come.
to, yeah.
Sure. Well, come walking over. Can I help you?
What's going on with the stage?
Oh! And he gets. You can see him get all super excited. The Rosalind tells us we've got a musical performer that she's hired. We're
Oh,
finally going to have our own bard.
Bard.
Yes, she told us it's one of the most beautiful voices she thinks she's ever heard.
Okay, thank you. And kind of waves him off.
And zip, he goes back to roadie duty. He's moving stuff around, making sure the bits and pieces are in the place and all that sort of stuff. Ivory, it is, like I said, midday. You have been given a handful of outfit choices. Have you decided on one of them? There were a few created already.
Yeah, she picked up like a little black like dress. Nothing that shows too much, but gives them that teasing effect.
Right. Well, Ame, as you are kind of standing downstairs watching all this activity, you see Ivory into the room in said outfit.
Ami's gonna look over at Ivory and then kind of walk up or walk towards her.
Let me switch this back.
And go, that's a nice getup you got there.
Thanks. We
So,
we gonna make some more money.
are you our bard singer today?
Mm-hmm.
Just see the little deer head gif.
That's
Well,
me.
then can't wait to hear you sing.
It's gonna be a good one. I hope.
And at this point, you will see Rosalind kind of come into the main hall as well. And then she sees the two of you, her eyes light up. She comes zipping over and throws her arms and interlocking the two of you in the middle. And she goes, "So, how are two of my favorite ladies this afternoon?" I hear you had a hell of a night last night. That man came back looking for you.
Oh,
He did. I told him you might be a little busy at the moment, but to come back after dinner and catch the festivities. I am admittedly trying to get as many people here for our dear Ivory's debut as I can. I've even sent flyers out.
Flyers. Oh, Rosalind.
What's done is done, darling. No worrying about the past.
Jeez Louise.
Well,
Oh.
tell me, you have come up with something grand for us this evening? She leans into Ivory and just kind of gives you this great big doe-eyed, kind of goof, almost Puss in Boots giant eyeballs.
I've got a
Big-
couple.
Big anime eyes. Good. Awesome to hear. I just cannot wait. So, you, and she turns to Ame. Anything special planned for your new lover boy?
no. Wasn't expecting him to come back.
Pish posh. Lady of the Night 101. Always be prepared, darling.
Yeah.
Come, we must eat. We need both of you at your finest performance. And she drags you all off to go get something to eat, and we will back to Lilith, who is kind of picking herself up off the floor after this moment.
So I pick myself up and I kind of dust myself off and myself amulet, or did I drop it?
You are still holding that amulet, and it is warm. It is almost pulsing in your hand. You can feel the magic in it.
Okay. Do I notice anything about this? Actually, just
I did not, actually. It is a crown inside two concentric circles with almost a Celtic design on the outside. So in the center, there's a crown, and there's a ring around it with a kind of a Celtic rope, if that makes sense. Yep. And then, like, in here's all that. And you have half it. And right down the center, it looks like someone took it and broke it in half.
okay. Any words, any symbols, or anything on it, or is it just that?
It's just that broken crown. Nothing. Smooth on the back. Looks like it might have been part of a necklace, or was the necklace entirely amulet sized. So not this big around, you know.
Right. Okay. For now, I pull a piece of cloth out of my bag of many things and wrap it up and stuff it back in the bag. You know, kind of like wrap it tight so that it stays secure and can't touch anything else because I got all sorts of stuff. So I don't want it to accidentally bump into browser. So it's in my bag, wrapped up and tight. And I'm gonna go back to the scrolls that were in the box with it, and again, looking for a map. And now, with that,
And you will find a map exactly describing where this place is. You will just find a scroll kind of describing the night you guys went through, that you saw, from almost a bardic style of it. And then you will find a journal that dives deep into who the Silver Dawn are. And you will learn that, yes, that's exactly who they were. They were the type of guild of order of perfect white knights that were granted portal magic from the gods to right wrongs outside of their realm because they did such a good job. Their entire realm was truly free of evil. So they took that and started going out and saving other realms in their biggest time of need. You will discover that this is the journal of Sir Elandor Voss. Speaks very highly of his captain, Valor Sylvain, and his many accomplishments. This journal spans maybe a couple, 3 years when he started service under Valor Sylvain, who taught him the ways of the paladin, and he learned everything he could. This was a mentorship, essentially. Even though they were both grown, he looked at this man like a mentor. The upstanding citizen of a paladin doesn't begin to describe Sir Valor Sylvain. And this is one of the men you had seen bleeding out in your vision. Through the descriptions of himself in all of this, you can remember seeing him in this vision.
Okay. Is um is this
And
the
this,
same man that I had vision? I go find him.
yes,
Okay. Um.
forgive me, I'm feeling a little off my storytelling game today. Sorry, not sorry.
No worries. um. I'm gonna gather it up, and the other things that I was working on that caught my shove them into my bag. Did I come across anything else while I'm here in this particular session of search?
Not worth keeping. Various knowledge of more and more. You're finding this was just a huge stack of business knowledge for a lot of it. Like you know how much Scud paid for her building now. Things like that. You know, you're fully aware that the bakery is got numbers that just don't match. I swear they're just making it up.
Okay. So then I gather all that stuff up, and I'm gonna head back to Ruby.
All right.
And for once, actually use the room over there because I need a table and desk to sit down over all these things best found.
All right. Well, then we will go back to Silent. Having had a little bit here in the cave, what are you doing now?
Hayden's gonna wipe his eyes and stand up, dust himself off, and try to collect himself. Um, he's gonna look around the cave and just unconsciously summon one of his sonic blades and kind of just toss it around, like playing with it. Um, he's gonna walk along the walls, just looking at the runes, just taking in the sights of the cave. Um, he's gonna call out and ask if anything is still there.
Nothing, and your voice doesn't even echo off the walls. It barely seems to go beyond your face.
Uh, can I do another investigation check to see if there's anything that catches his eye?
Yeah. Aside from what you've seen in here already, no.
Yeah. I guess I'll just leave the cave and start making my way back to town.
All
I
right.
got a long journey ahead of me.
Yeah, about a day and some change, and assuming you don't stop to rest, which you might. As you are leaving the cave, right at that line where the waterfall's roar starts to take over, you hear in your head again, come back and see me soon, Thorin.
It's gonna turn back towards the cave with a questioning look and start walking away from the cave.
The roar of the waterfall and the sounds of nature flood your ears in an almost snap moment, like you forgot your headphones were on and suddenly the music's really loud. Wham! Everything, you can hear everything again.
Hayden's gonna cover his ears and kind of recoil back a little bit.
And after a moment, your ears stop ringing from the flood and cacophony of all of this coming back into your ears, and you can start making your way back towards town. Anything you want to do on the way? I mean, you're basically just it's I wouldn't say well-traveled path. You're more following game trails and your sense of direction to have gotten here.
Kind of just throw psychic daggers at like birds, insects flying by, just trying to hone his skills and his accuracy.
All right. Yeah. End up with I'll give you 2 rabbits and a couple of birds that you've managed to drop that you can be doing with what you feel like. Skinning, selling, eating. You've successfully killed 2 rabbits and a couple of like turkeys, basically. And so back here in the main city, I believe it is time to check on our Warforged Remington. Because I saw the
Yellow,
battle.
yellow, yellow.
Hello, Mr. Shabriner.
Hey, yo.
Remington, as this has all been going on, you've been kind of taking on smaller jobs for Mal. Grabbing twos and fews here, even so much as popping out of the portal and back to go and turn these people in or find them outside. I would like you to roll me 3d10, please. And through all of this, you have managed to pocket 140 gold. It's not great work, but it's something. It's little twos and fews you can grab. Hey, this guy stole from me there. Hey, this guy owes me a cow, kind of stuff. Low level work, but it's put a little coin in your pocket. And you haven't seen hide nor hair really anybody in a couple days. But as you're coming into town, you see a flyer posted up about at Ruby's tonight. There will be the debut of the Crucible's greatest songstress ever. And you see a crudely drawn, it's not awful, but it could have been better drawing of Ivory. And whoever drew her really had a thing for legs. Let's just put it that way. There's more thigh than upper body on this thing.
Yeah, so I'm going to walk up, tear it down, shove it in my bag, and I'm going to make my way towards Ruby's.
And as you walk in, you will see that the stage that has been being constructed most of the day is just about done. They're at this point, they're decorating it. They're getting some chairs set up a little bit better. And it's getting towards evening, dinner time at this point. And as you walk in, you see the crew in the back. You see
Yeah, apology.
as you walk in, you see, like I said, them setting up the stage. It's almost done. They're just doing like the fine minutia stuff. She's changed the curtains up a little bit. They're just nicer. There's decorations going up. You can see a couple tables full of just the big long charcuterie board again on these tables, and Rosalind is buzzing around. She is just checking on everything, making sure every last little bit and piece is perfect. And she sees you come in, and a great big smile comes across her face, and she comes bounding over. She goes, "Great, great, great! I would hate to have any one of us miss her debut performance. Please, 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 please. I've set some oil in the back for you. I'm not sure if you like it hot or cold, so I left cold. But there's some on the back table for you. Please don't spill. It's an expensive night." And soon, she'll be performing soon. Please, please go get ready to meet up with everybody. And kind of shoos you off back towards the rest of them.
I walk back towards the rest of them.
And you find Ivory in her performing outfit. You see Ame in her performing outfit. Lilith is there, and you are the last to join. Hated has not quite made it back yet because he's a little ways out. But none of you know where he's gone or what's going on. He's just not there.
I'm just gonna take my thing of oil, find the nearest seat, and just start drinking.
Oh god, he's getting lubed up for the night.
Mommy does a look around. Where's Hayden?
That's a good question. I haven't seen him in a couple days. Last time I seen him, we were at the tavern drinking.
I haven't seen him. I'm sure if he's in town, he'll probably stop by Ruby's. So.
I don't think I've seen him around either.
At this point, you see Damien come scurrying in and like do a really bad version of kind of hiding up against the wall, like inside. And he kind of looks at all of you and and you see
Hiding
Rosalind
from-
buzzing back and forth back there and behind him. I got He's just quietly hiding up against the wall.
Hiding from your sister, huh?
Kind of like reaches over and tries to shut the door without anybody noticing. Scooches the thing shut and manages to just shut the door and sits down at the table. Oh my god. He sits down next to Lilith and he's just like head on the table. Bonk. She's a mad woman.
I give head pats.
He just picks his head up. He looks up at Ivory. He goes, "You did this to me." But he's like, says it with a smile.
Just throws her hands up in defeat. I did nothing. I basically got told I was performing, okay? I wasn't asked.
He looks a little.
I find that very hard to believe, knowing you.
Crazy statement. It's
And
Rosalind.
Remington. Remington's gonna look out down at Damien and pretty much ask if is she running you that hard?
When she has an idea, like, there's few people that can change what she wants once she has put her mind to something. And she has decided we are going to be the premier venue for all sorts of entertainment now. Ugh.
You guys need an extra set of hands?
He kind of looks over at you and giggles. He goes, I've heard about your attachments. Maybe.
Well, if you need help, I'm here to help.
I'm sure we
Any
could put a
shape or
guard
form you
dog
need.
like you to use.
Just let me know.
He looks over at Lilith. He goes, talk to me about anything else other than this damn party.
Well, I mean, I came across a whole bunch of old maps in a journal. You want to go through all that with me?
Oh God, yes. Anything to get me away from our sister. Go. Let's go hide in my room. I got a nice big desk.
Works for me.
and a lock. And he scurries. He grabs a carafe of wine and just leaves. Doesn't even grab a mug.
I follow after.
Shortly after they get out of eyesight, Rosalind comes busting in. All right. Where's Damon?
I don't know. Haven't
You just
seen him.
missed him.
Haven't seen him. Why? What do you need?
Errands run. You, and she points at Remington.
Yes.
I need you to go over to the tavern and bring me the 2 barrels of mead I ordered, please. Damon's not around. I can't send him. You could probably make it in 1 trip.
I can do that for you.
Bet. And she kind of go. Like
I start walking to the
like
tavern.
suddenly you're an employee. Like, all right, cool, get.
Are you okay?
I start walking to the tavern to pick up the mead.
And she walks over to Ivory and sets down a glass of hot tea. She goes, here, for your throat. You'll need it for, well, your performance. And afterwards.
No afterwards. Just a performance. But she happily drinks it.
All right. And as you guys are kind of enjoying a meal, you'll notice that it's getting darker now. Rosalind leaves you to kind of prep and shuts the door behind herself. You can hear her out there welcoming people and setting it up, and you can hear the liveliness of the bar. The bar is starting to fill up. The flyers she sent out has done a good job. And Remington, you'll notice on your way back that the place is pretty much everybody's headed to Ruby's. All the shops are already closed down instead of headed for closed, and what few stragglers are on the street seem to be following you to Ruby's. And the place is packed as the rest of you kind of come back out to take a seat or a place at the bar there and see the performance that our dear Ivory will be putting on. And Ivory, as you're kind of putzing, let's call it backstage in the dining room there, Rosalind comes in. She goes, anything you need before you get started?
Nope.
Awesome. And she goes, kind of walks out of the room and shuts the door behind her. And you hear out in there, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at Ruby's this evening. I have a wonderful treat for you. A new, blossoming, beautiful voice has graced the Crucible, and I would be awful to keep it all to myself. So please give a warm welcome to Ivory Applethorn. And she goes over and just dramatically opens the doors, and Ivory takes the stage. Sits down or walks up to the stage, ow! Takes the microphone and plays this song.
The air in here is heavy, thick with perfume and desire. Every eye upon the stage
That's fine.
is playing with a little fire. You're staring at my fingers as they dance across the strings, wondering what else a touch like mine could do to better things. Don't hide your hands in pockets, darling, bring them out to play. You didn't come to Ruby's just to watch the music sway. So loosen up the lace, unbutton all that pride, drop a heavy silver coin and come a little closer inside. I'll play a rhythm slow enough to make your breathing race. A little song for silk and skin. Now come and loosen up the lace. You like the way the velvet clings, you like the way I smile. You think if you spend enough, I'll stay a little while. I might just hum a secret right against your heated skin, or leave you chasing shadows where the wicked thoughts begin. My lips are very expensive, boy, but my melody is sweet. And I work so much better when there's gold beneath my feet. So loosen up the lace, unbutton all that pride, drop a heavy silver coin and come a little closer inside. I'll play a rhythm slow enough to make your breathing race. A little song for silk and skin. Now come and loosen up the lace. Look at that. You're breathing awful fast for someone who's just sitting there. Slide another gold piece into my bodice, darling, and I'll play the next verse just for you.
And the crowd loses it. There is one poor sap that you directed all that last little bit at in the front row that is all but floating in the air like a Looney Tunes bit, enamored with you. I would like you to roll 3d10, please.
You said 3d10?
3d10, please. And they are just going to start raining money at you, essentially. The little hat you've got there is just, people are throwing it at you. They're screaming, they're hooting and hollering. They're absolutely in love with it. Lilith comes up and says, Rosalind comes up and says, thank you so much, everybody. We're going to give her a little while to take a break, and maybe we'll convince her to come back out for an encore. And the crowd roars again, and you manage to pocket 75 golden tips, plus the 25 she's going to pay you for the night. So you can add 100 gold to your purse. Hell of an opening night, if I do say so myself. Whoosh, over to Hated, who is about halfway back at this point. What's going through your head?
hated trying to reflect on how he can do better and how he can just be how he can consider calling himself somebody's friend when he knows nothing about the people surrounding him. Uh, he he's going to try to spend more time with his friends, people that he would consider his friends. Uh, he's going to just keep walking. He's going to end up pulling out the medallion that he picked up that transcended him.
And you will
Uh,
see that it is, much like I described to Lilith, it is a half a crown, or it would have been a full crown with like a Celtic knot rope design and the ring around the outside, but it is broken in half, real clean. For you, it takes up a bit more of your hand than it would for Lilith, but you can still tell it was amulet sized. No real markings on it anywhere to speak of, but you can feel a warm, faint pulse of magic coming out of it.
Hayden's going to like hold it in one hand and with the opposite hand kind of like trace his fingers over like the emblem.
You'll feel it is like Celtic knot kind of vine work around it, but it's made out of like a silver alloy. It's hard, but it's not steel, but it's not as buttery soft as silver could be. But it's clearly a precious metal.
I am going to try one more freaking investigation check on this thing, or I just give up with them for the day. All right.
And with a 14, you will notice that this kind of, it reminds you of kind of like the crown that is on the pauldrons of the soldiers you've seen around town. That the crack in the emblem on their shoulders is about where this crown is broken. And the vine work and the chains seem to kind of, they remind you of each other. So it's not the same design, but it's don't steal my homework, bro, close.
Hayden's
And
gonna.
go ahead.
What's up? I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
Hayden was just gonna put the medallion in his pocket.
And even in your pocket, you can still feel that kind of warm woof, woof, woof kind of radiating. It doesn't hurt. It's nothing wrong. It doesn't feel evil. It's quite the opposite, actually. It's a little comforting feeling that in your pocket. And as you've kind of wandered on a little bit down, kind of coming out of the foothills you are on, you can see in the distance, maybe another half day's walk away, is the city, the Crucible, kind of down the valley down below you. And it's just gotten late. It's probably 2 o'clock in the morning for you at this point. Are you going to bed down out here, or are you going to try and just power through?
No, I'm gonna just power through.
All right, so you got about another half day's walk ahead of you. And like I said, seeing as it's about 2 a.m., we're going to kind of whip around and see what everybody else is doing right now. The concert at Ruby's has gone well. She's come out and done another song. The crowd is ripping and roaring. There have, at this point, a handful of adoring fans that are not only there to see Ivory perform, but have come to meet the rest of the Divine Errors. And you guys are shaking hands and schmoozing with people and getting to know kind of some of your fans. As that has wound down for the evening, Ruby's has come to a close, and Rosalind has done her best to shoo everybody out as politely as she can, but there is almost always a couple of stragglers, so she taps Remington on the shoulder to use his unique style of manners to empty out Rosalind, or to empty out Ruby's.
And I politely oblige and I deal with the issue.
Right, and so it's like I said, about 2 a.m. What is everybody doing? Have you retreated to your rooms? Have you taken off to your hut, Lilith? What is everybody done? Let's start with Lilith, since I'm looking at her.
I'm cloistered away with my brother and his, but like I am absorbed in roles, trying to figure out how and where this place is. The intention of
And he's got it. He's been going through it, but as you look over to check with him, he has passed out with it on his face. Out cold in the bed. Not helping.
I grab
barely read any of
a
it.
small item from his desk and toss it at him.
Wow. He kind of jolts awake. Huh? What? Oh. What?
You find anything in there? You must be reading it. That's
Kind of. You see him kind of rub his eyes and kind of pull himself out of the groggy stupor because he was yanked awake by having something thrown at him. Rude. He goes, it seems more like oh God, if I didn't know any better, I'd say these two were lovers, but I don't know. This guy's writing about the veil. It is interesting to see the Lord written about this way. This is not the man I know.
okay. The love story aside, I need actual information out of there. Do you have any?
Oh, well, I mean, this castle up in the mountains, but that mountain range is barely visible from here. It's got to be at least a week off. It's the one off in the north, or what did we say? It was east. I think, yeah, sure, east, because Silent went north. So off to the east is the mountain range, and that's the only one I've seen, and that's got to be at least a week off. But from what I can tell, all of this went down up there. But what is it doing here, buried in that library?
That is a good question that I will eventually figure out.
And through all of your mapping and looking through your section of the stuff, you've got a pretty good idea where this castle is going to be. And yeah, your brother's right. It's the better part of a week out. But it's out there. And you've kind of pieced together that this location in the mountains is where your hollowed night happened.
Okay. I think for now I'm gonna Gosh. More than likely, since with as late as it is, I will actually room at Ruby
All right.
because I do have a room here. This is, but like my room at Ruby for the night to sleep.
Sounds good. Remington, at this point, you have been kind of set up out front of Ruby's bouncer style to make sure everybody's left and has done their thing, and you are standing in a pretty much empty street, kind of keep an eye on the front door. What would you like to do with the rest of your evening?
After making sure Rosalind doesn't really need my help, I'm probably just gonna sit down and drink Yeah, just sit down and drink.
Okay. Ame, you have retired back to your room covered in ivy. I almost said it. Covered in ivy. And you notice the flowers have definitely bloomed and the whole room just smells like potpourri. But there is a thickly undertone to it. Like enough potpourri to cover up the smell of a corpse, almost. You can smell that little bit of almondy decay underneath all of these flowers.
Uh, can I don't know. Can I potentially try and get rid of it?
What would you do?
Um, da, 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 da.
Excuse me. I'm going to let you think on that for a minute. Ivory, your performance this evening has gone amazing. You've shook hands with half the people in here. You have gotten more compliments on your singing voice tonight than you may have had in months. The crowd cannot get enough of you. Between those interested in more of your voice and those interested in your body, you were beating people off with a stick trying to get back to your room, if that's where you ended up this evening.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And as you kind of get back into your room and take a moment of just, whew, okay then, kind of escape from the crowd and do all that. It's not like they're beating down your door, but
Try and use my flaming blade on it.
I'm right back to you. Hang on just a moment. As you come back
Sorry.
into your room, you will find a book on your bed.
Mm,
And you will find out that it is a book on Sylvanas, the
okay.
goddess Sylvanas. And it
Um,
will, it's just essentially, how do I put, like I've got the name for it. I just can't pull it out. Like a youth pastor, like a youth Bible version of Sylvanas.
okay. Um, Every will pick it up and kind of flip through it a little bit.
It is going to give you the 101 on Sylvanas, the goddess of good and light. And let me make sure I'm getting this absolutely right. Pull it up myself. While chaotic, she is based on good. Good, healing, strength, protection. She's all about slaying evil, the retribution for evil deeds, protecting others. So it really is just a rundown of who she is, why she's a good goddess, why some of her basic teachings on who she is. A bit of a description of her, and again, half above table. In the world of D&D, the deities are real. Believe in them or not, they exist. And you will read that while chaotic, yes, she does encourage her followers to do everything in their power to help others without any expectation of personal gain. And these words ring a little. So without much more than that, I'm going to leave you with your book. And at this point, we've got everybody kind of battened down for the evening. We've got Silent is making his way back towards town. He's got, at this point, maybe a couple of hours walk tops to get back in. And where are you going to land once you get back into town, Silent? You're going to end up back at Ruby's?
Yeah, probably end up going back to my room if I
Okay.
don't run into anyone.
Right. Shabby retreated back to his room. Is that what he said, correct?
Well, I'm actually going to, because I'm gonna try to attempt to go back to the tavern to grab something from out, and then going to retreat back into my room. Well, Ivory's room, because that's where I've been staying. But yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go over to the tavern and look for what?
Grab some papers from Mal. That's it.
You're just going to go get some paperwork from Mal?
Yes. And a bounty that I had him print.
Sounds good. I would like you to roll me 4d10, please. And when you go to Mal, you will find him outside of the tavern because they've kind of pushed everybody out that isn't renting a room. And you'll see him just kind of chilling around and waiting for you. And as you come up, he'll exchange his paperwork, tell you, oh, good job, here's your cut, and hand you 200 gold. Through the half dozen or so bounties you've turned in, boy, here's your cut.
Thank you. And he's going to ask if he got that ivory bounty printed on paper. Yet.
Yes, and he's going to hand it to you. Yeah, I'm not sure why you needed it on paper, but here you go.
I got an idea with it. Thank you.
All right.
And then I'm going to walk back up to Ivory's room and power down for the night.
Above table, I completely forgot you asked me to do that, but I can make that an image fairly
easily. I already have a picture of it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I completely forgot you asked me to do that. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good.
It's been a very long week. So he's he's headed up to Ivory's room, and you just walk in.
I'm going to attempt to walk in without trying to wake her up. And then I would assume she has kind of like a nightstand next to her bed.
Yeah.
So Remington's going to try to walk up to her nightstand and place. I got to find a picture.
All right, for just a moment, let's pretend like that hasn't happened yet. Ivory, are you still awake?
I mean,
like I said, let's pretend for a moment that you didn't hear that.
She definitely could have like passed out. I'm not gonna say that, but she is gonna probably hear Remington, or at least try
notice
to hear
his presence
Remington.
when he comes in, kind of thing.
Yeah, because she's a light sleeper. Given
she's an elf, you only need like 4 hours a night anyway.
Yeah, that too.
So you are going to attempt to kind of sneak in here and do this, and roll me a stealth check. I want to see this.
Oh no! I'm pretty sure he's got
motherfucker rolls a 20. It's going to be a problem. That's about what I expected. So you are not a man known for stealth. So you open the door all right, but Ivory, you definitely feel and hear 8 feet of mechanical man walk into the room. It's trying to be quiet, and at this point you're assuming he's just trying not to disturb you while you're sleeping and not trying to sneak around the room. He knows you're asleep, so he's like trying to not wake you up. It doesn't come off as sneaking to you at all.
Ivory is gonna take the other pillow next to her and she's gonna chuck it at Remington. Can you be a little quieter?
Not my fault I'm 250 pounds. was trying not to wake you up.
Let's try a little harder.
Ryan!
She grumbles and I guess rolls back over.
And
Ben, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, you're good. Finish.
No, please do. I want my players to do this. I don't want to feel like I'm railroading. I'm feeling a little off today, so forgive me.
Okay. So as Ivory rolls back over, Remington's gonna let it go.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
I got it. Sorry. He's gonna casually toss the bounty of Ivory on the nightstand and then go to power down. I'll post that picture in the Crucible.
Okay. And at that point, we are going to call our break here. Everybody's kind of bedded down for the night. And we are going to, take our 10-minute break here and come back and pick up from this spot. I got to pee anyway.
In the shadow of the arena where the blood sings loud, 6 souls step through the portal, pulled into the crowd. Remington stands like iron thunder, axe and shotgun near. Silent moves like whispered secrets, drowning out the fear.
Aim burns with stolen lightning, water in her veins. Lilith guards her broken family, walking through the flames. Rose dances on the razor's edge, lipstick like a blade. Sylvia laughs with death's own kiss in the games the Lord has made.
Oh, the Crucible is calling, turning hope to rust. Heroes forged in blood and glory, ashes turn to dust. The Lord smiles from his tower, golden eyes gone black, whispers lies and pretty promises, never coming back.
We fight, we fall, we rise again, beneath the arena light. But something ancient watches us, devouring the night.
Lily found the ballad, silver dawn turned black. Vela broke his holy oath, never going back. Zelvia tasted danger, left a mark upon his skin. Rose rode her heart in lilies, watched them wither in the bin.
Silent fears the quiet, drinks until the voices fade. Remington carries every bounty like a debt unpaid.
Aim walks between two worlds, fire and raging sea. All of them just playthings in the game the Lord set free. Oh, the Crucible is calling, turning hope to rust. Heroes forged in blood and glory, ashes turn to dust. The Lord smiles
the night.
One day the curtain falls, one day the silence wins. But tonight we burn, we bleed, we sing inside the crucible again. Oh, the crucible is calling, turning hope to rust. Heroes forged in blood and glory, ashes turn to dust. The Lord smiles from his tower, golden eyes gone black, whispers lies and pretty promises, never coming back.
We fight, we fall, we rise again beneath the arena lights.
All right. So, through the course of the night, as everybody's bedded down for the evening, we've got Ivory having thrown pillows at Remington. We've got, where Ame has come into her room and she was still investigating the semi-stinky IV that was in her room. And you said something about Flame Blade?
One moment.
Yeah. I thought I heard it debebe. Well, that's fine, because about the time she's dealing with that, Silent will have come back into town, and as you're walking up to Ruby's, you will find Damien out front with a smoking pipe. And you can tell as you walk up that that is definitely not tobacco.
Hey, that's gonna take a big whiff. And rough night.
You kind of see this big old eyes. He goes, yeah, I haven't seen that many people in here since we ran that 2-for-1 special.
Oh, that many people. Did something happen tonight?
And he gives you this weird look. He goes, oh, you were here. Oh, yeah. Ivory put on a hell of a performance, actually, all night. The place was packed. She made a bucket of gold, I think. And I saw the coins flying, you know. But yeah, she put on a hell of a performance this evening. Where you been? The flyers have been out for like a day and a half.
I've been in a cave for a while. About 3 days worth of walking there and back.
He's got this very the fuck kind of look on his face. He goes, why?
For fun? You can put it that way.
And as he's shaking his head, he reaches down and he taps the pipe out on his shoe, reaches into his breast pocket, pulls out a little something, puts it back in the bowl, and just kind of shakes his head and lights that when he goes, okay. Like, it's not the weirdest thing I've heard this week.
But you said Ivory performed here? Like, elf, silver hair, white hair?
He looks down at his pipe. He goes, I'm the one smoking, right? Yeah. Ivory, your buddy, the bard, the one with the ass.
Okay. Interesting. And Hayden's gonna just walk inside Ruby's.
And you'll see that there has very much so been a party here tonight. There's a couple of people still cleaning some of the stuff up. Barkeep is breaking everything down and cleaning some stuff up. You can smell spilled booze. Somebody definitely dropped their drink at least once. And there's a stage now in the main hall where there wasn't before. And you can make your way on up to your room.
Yeah.
Ame, are you back yet?
Yes.
Okay. So as he's come back, you have gone to your room. This is all kind of as everybody's settling down. And you said something about flame blading these ivy?
Yes.
Well, you can attack these with your flame blade and kind of cut the ivy down, and now it's ivy laying on the floor, smelling like potpourri and death.
Not exactly what I thought was gonna happen.
Scorch marks on the wall. You're definitely going to have to explain to Rosalind later.
And I call for an attendant to come take the mess.
Sure, you can kind of find one outside, and he'll come wandering in and kind of look at you all sideways, kind of look at the room, and you can see his nose curl a little bit. He notices the same thing, like, what is that smell? Like, wash your feet, woman, is kind of the look he's giving you, because he doesn't assume it's the flowers. He's looking at you like, ugh, bitch. Wash your toes.
Tommy just stands there with the most embarrassed face.
He kind of picks the things up and walks out with it like, ugh, toe jam nastiness. Like he has judged the fuck out of you. Like, that's not
God.
how a working girl should be smelling. I am out. And
That.
and the odor persists.
Mm. Is there a window I can open?
Yep.
So Ami walks over and opens the window. Hold on.
You open the window and kind of fresh air comes wafting in, and the smell dissipates a little bit because you have exchanged the air in the room, but there's still this. Where is that coming from?
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, no, it's as you've opened the window and kind of refreshed the air in here, it is not as stale anymore, and some of the burnt wood smell that you caused has left the room, but you could still kind of like, where is that coming from? Like there's a banana peel under the kid's bedroom upstairs kind of smell. Like you can kind of smell something, but you can't put your finger on it. Where is that coming from?
I guess I'm gonna look around the room to try and find where the smell is coming from.
Roll me an investigation check, please. As you look around the room, you don't find anything that should be causing it, and it doesn't seem to be getting stronger or weaker as you walk around the room looking for it. You can't seem to pinpoint where it might be in the room. It seems to be equally throughout the air everywhere you're looking. But you can't find the source of anything. It's the flowers that were on the wall, the attendant has taken off, and you can't really find anything.
Ami is going to just assume it's leftover smell from the flowers and just kind of get ready for bed and tuck in for the night.
All right, and with that, I think everybody's down and in for the evening. So we will fast forward to the next morning, and we will start with Ivory. Good morning.
Ivory's gonna roll over, and kind of put her feet on the floor. She's sitting on the edge of the bed. Kind of looking around, stretching. But as she's looking around, she sees the piece of paper by the bed. And she picks it up. She immediately sees her face on it and just kind of freaks the fuck out a little bit. She continues to read the wanted poster. And she stands up and kind of tears it into pieces and like chucks it across the fucking room.
Remington, you will notice this. You will come alive to her in the morning.
I'm not coming alive. I'm staying in stasis mode, not coming alive. I'm staying in stasis mode.
He is hiding from you, Ivory.
Ivory knowing that not really many people entered her room last night,
Not
and
many, eh?
knowing it wasn't there okay. Knowing it wasn't there this morning, she's gonna stand up and she's gonna start banging on Remington's chest.
Yes.
As you are beating on his chest, like you just wham, fist against his chest, a little compartment kind of opens. There's nothing in it, but it looks, excuse me. It looks big enough to hold maybe a bottle or two of like maybe a bottle or two of wine. It's box size. It's a little bit bigger than a bread box. And there's just kind of a little square compartment that you can see open up in his chest.
Ivory peeks in the little compartment. She stands on like her tippy toes to like look it through it. Wake up, you
I'm
fucking
sitting
tin
on.
can!
Remington comes out of stasis, acting all confused, wondering why Ivory's screaming.
You know anything about that, huh?
About what?
Don't play stupid with me.
How am I supposed to play stupid with you when I have no idea what you're talking about?
And she sticks her finger in Remington's face. Don't you dare fucking lie to me. You're the only one that came in this room last night. And that wasn't there when I fell asleep.
Yeah, but again, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was downstairs drinking and then I came in here and got laid down. So again, I have no idea what you're talking about, woman.
I don't believe you for a fucking second, Remington. Tell me who you are right now.
Like, did you smoke something, Ivory? Like, I have no idea what's going on.
Do not. What exactly did you do before the Crucible?
I was a heavy worker. Again,
You were a what?
where I was a heavy yard worker. I don't know.
Clarified. What do you mean by that?
I have no obligation to tell you my background. All I'm willing to tell you, I am a heavy yard worker, and that's it. I can move stuff. I did move stuff. I know how to move stuff. That's all I'm there. That was all I was there for. So
So you're a
again,
bounty hunter.
no. Well, where'd you get bounty hunter out of heavy lifting?
You said you move stuff.
Yeah, items,
Move
horses, carriages.
people? Remington, don't lie to me.
I'm not.
You're telling me in the middle of the night, the only person came into this room is you, and there's a wanted poster with my face on it by my nightstand.
You said wanted poster?
You don't play stupid with me, Remington. I swear
I'm
to
not
God.
playing
I
stupid
have
with
never
you.
once lied to you.
And I'm not lying to you. I am giving you that same treatment like you gave me. I am not lying to you. You don't believe me? I can bring you to an old friend of mine and he can vouch for my background.
Why is there a wanted poster by my bed, Remington?
I don't know.
Did
Like
you
I
bring
said,
the wanted poster in here?
No, like I said, I was downstairs last night drinking. Once I got done drinking, I came in here and powered down. I don't know like where you're going with this because it wasn't me. again, I can bring you to an old friend of mine here within the Crucible, and he can vouch for my background too. So,
well, then let's go right fucking now, because I swear to God, Remington, I have been nothing but honest with you. If you're lying to
I'm being
me,
honest with
it is
you.
going to be way worse for you.
Let's go. And I leave the room and I allow her to get dressed in some more comfortable clothes than what
No.
I assume she's wearing.
No.
Oh, you're walking out in that, huh?
Ivory is walking out in her pajamas. She's full determined to know what the fuck you're doing. She's not gonna leave you alone at this point. Like we're going right now.
So as you
Okay.
two leave, two things here. One, there's nothing that Ivory knows about Remington that would, aside from this instance of where the fuck did this flyer come from, have her doubting him. Because remember, nothing but a good boy this entire time. B, I need in full description what your PJs are. I need to know what bunny slippers you're stomping over to the fucking tavern in.
I mean, they're covered in like kiss stains. I don't know, like lipstick stains.
Right, but what are you wearing? Describe
like-
to me your PJs.
Just like a you know, your classic PJ set with like, yeah, I guess bunny slippers. Just like a blouse and pants.
Okay. And but so you've got a we're gonna have fun with this. And your blouse and pants and bunny slippers combination here has got those big red lipstick pattern. There's a lipsticks kisses all over your entire outfit, and the bunny slippers do the same thing, and they have obnoxious red lips on the toes. And that is what you are stomping over to with Remington towards. Where's Remington headed?
The tavern room. Well, correct above table. Mal is what, renting a room at the tavern? Or was that
You can
Ruby's?
find Mal at the tavern.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna stop out. I'm gonna walk over to the tavern with my little chihuahua in tow and then find Mal.
And as you come into the tavern, you can see Mal sitting at one of the tables having some breakfast. And he kind of looks at you, and he looks over at this very disheveled looking elf whose hair is all fluffed way off to one side. It looks like a cat's been licking it half the night. It's just rant. And lipstick smeared across her face, and he kind of looks over at Remington, and he looks back at her. He goes, what's going on?
And try not to give a whole lot away. Remington's gonna kind of like give him a look like, need your help here. I need you to kind of like back me up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk up to Mal and kind of tell him like, hey, I have a friend here. She's accusing me of something, and she wants to know about my background. And I told her that I was a heavy worker and that you could vouch for me on that. That I moved carriages, beer, anything that really required heavy lifting for people.
And he looks up and goes, yeah, old farmhand. What else is machinery like this good for if it's not put to work?
She kind of
See?
looks over at Remington and looks back at Mal. This is just. I'll trust you this time. But Remington, if I find out that this paper was your doing, we're gonna have some serious problems.
But at least I proved to you that it wasn't me.
Proved is not the word I'd use. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. because you've been there for me since we entered the Crucible. I'll give you that. But I'm telling you, secrets come out one way or another. And Ivory turns around and she storms out of the tavern back to Ruby's.
All right, you're gonna go back to Ruby's.
Mm-hmm.
Remington, are you staying here or are you following her?
I'm staying here talking with Mel. I'm gonna buy him a drink after him saving me like that. You?
And as Ivory storms off back towards Ruby's, he's gonna look at you and just shake his head. So much for that 100% hunter.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Did you have to think about it for a minute? Any more luck on the Caspian contract?
Yeah, but not sure if I'm willing to share that with someone who's not going to follow through on their bounties anymore.
We're old buddies. There's something here that just doesn't seem right. Okay. No, I know it's not often that I deter like that, but I want to make sure I get full story before I cave in on what. Now you've known me for almost forever. You know how I do it. You know how I roll. You know that I don't take innocent people in just because. Now, if there's proof that they did something, cool. I'll go after them. But again, it's just, it feels off. I guess you could say.
He's just going to look at you, this long kind of half glare, and says nothing.
So this is how it's going to be then, huh?
One more time, I'm sorry.
I said, so this is how it's going to be then, huh?
We have one job in this business. And you mean to tell me you have made sure that every cattle thief, every debt skipper, and every bail posted that you retrieved, you got the full story? And he shakes his head and mutters, 100% hunter my ass.
You know what? I've been, like I said, we've known each other for a while. I've been very consistent with my couches, doesn't matter who they are. I want you to just a few days. That's all I ask. Come hang out with me and this girl for a few days, and you will see what I'm talking about. Okay. By the end of those few days, if you don't see what I'm talking about, then I will cash in and complete that.
Weird to see a machine thinking with his dick. But all right. You got 48 hours. And he gets up and kind of storms off.
And Remington is gonna walk back to Ruby's, kind of with like his hand on his neck, trying to figure out what to do next. And yeah, just gonna walk back to Ruby's.
Good morning, Lilith.
Good morning.
You awake to, yet again, the smell of coffee and breakfast coming down from your sisters. No visit from your brother this morning, though. He knows where you are.
So I downstairs to get me.
And at the table, you will find Silent having breakfast. Kind of sitting by himself, a little bit of a 1,000-yard stare into his plate. Excuse me.
I go over and coffee and plunk my little butt down next to him. Go, so, how was your day yesterday?
There's a lot of walking. How about you?
Lots of reading.
Anything interesting?
Yes, actually. Out of curiosity, though, did you have like a weird moment yesterday?
Uh, Several weird moments. Anything specific you have in mind?
And you see her pause for a second about what she. Um, I found this piece of broken something or another. And when I touched it, I swear I saw you.
Were you floating in like a dark void, but not seeing me? Like you saw me, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, like, and then there was this vision.
Yeah, yeah, that all happened, and Hayden's gonna pull out the broken piece of the amulet. He's like, and it says it happened when I touched this.
And both pieces, the one in his hand and the one in your pouch, you can feel the pulse get stronger.
And I reach down into my bag and I pull out like this cloth covered bundle, tie it and wrap it in the other half. And I look at my half and I look at your half. Bring mine a little closer to yours and look like they could be the halves to the.
Yeah.
I'll lay
It's,
mine
it's
down.
definitely two pieces of the same part.
Okay, and
I'll lay my piece down on the table and like push it towards the center of the table.
give me just 1 second. Okay, I have an above table question real quick.
Sure.
Okay, so like I have mending. And it says the spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, two halves, a broken key, a torn lock, blah 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 blah. As long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, which be, I can mend it. Now it says this spell can physically repair a magic item, but it can't restore magic to such an item. So would that still work on this and it still be magical, quote unquote?
Yeah, the item hasn't lost its magic. It's just broken.
Okay. So then I am going to pick up the half that he just set down, put both of them in my hand, and use mending.
And as you do that, you will watch the break mend itself, forming into one solid medallion that is now pulsing. It's not making noise, it's not producing light, but the two of you can feel it woof, woof, like a heartbeat almost in your hand. And again, the feeling of positivity, good, hope is just what this thump every time it beats, hits you in the chest, is hope, trust, love, positivity, whoomp, 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 every time it thumps.
What do you know about this?
Nothing. No, I found it while conversing in the cave, and I don't know much more than what I saw.
Conversing in a cave? Were you
Y-
conversing to
Yeah.
yourself?
No, there was this
The question mark in
this
that statement.
thing.
Sorry.
Uh, it was ugly. I don't know. It had a long neck. It drooled a lot. It was a little weird looking. It was talking to me, and it was like talking to me in the back of the head.
Roll me an Arcana check, sweetheart. 15 or higher, and you will understand what he's describing. With a 13, you're going to have this itching at the back of your brain. You know, you've heard of this. These are weird little creatures. Like, you can't remember much more, but this is ringing a bell from something you've read, so you believe him, is where I'm going with that. You wouldn't know much more, but you're like, that's a real thing. I've read about this somewhere.
And so I start digging through my pouch looking for my journal out of my bag. Start flipping through the page, looking through the monsters that I have researched.
All right, give me an investigation of 12. Because if you wrote this down, it's going to be easy for you to find. You do not have anything written down that hits this. But it's still nagging at your brain like a book you forgot to bring with you. So you're willing to believe that he actually was talking to something because you're like, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I made your mom forget a book. Ooh, that's mean.
It really is.
Ooh, maybe you lost it and got destroyed. Don't look at me like that.
Water damage.
Okay, so
Sorry.
no, it's okay. Where did you say this cave was? Did you see her just kind of and throw the book back in her bag and look back at you?
It was a day and a half walk north in the forest by a waterfall. Really big waterfall. Looked to me, really, really big waterfall.
I shove my breakfast at him and go, eat this. I have a map I need you to look at. And I get up and go get myself serving of coffee and stones.
Kind of slowly just like look at the plate and go, okay, I guess, and like pick up something and eat it.
And about the same time she reappears with her kind of map and bundle of notes, Remington's coming in as well. So now we've got Silent sitting there with an almost triple order of food, just wolfing down like any good halfling at second breakfast should be. We've got I won't use the word frantic, but inspired Lilith buzzing into the room with a pile of paperwork. And here comes Remington in on that scene.
Have you ever listened to HP music? Walk in. Have you ever listened to HP music? Order a thing of oil. And while walking in, anybody who looks at this 8-foot warforged can tell there's something bothering him. It's whether you look at his face, his body movement, you can tell there's physically something wrong with this warforged. And he's gonna order a thing of oil and go sit down next to Hated.
Hayden's gonna look damn near straight up just to try and make eye contact with Remington.
Audio check. Okay,
Hello?
that was weird. No, sorry, my headset didn't recognize that I unmuted myself there. So okay, you've got. What did you say to Remington? I'm sorry.
I was saying that Hayden is gonna look damn near straight up, trying to make some kind of eye contact with this giant. And go, long night, sir.
Rough morning.
Oh, even better. What happened?
You are.
Well, apparently I am now Ivory's on something. She's apparently now she was accusing me because some wanted poster of her showed up on her nightstand when we woke up this morning.
So she's accusing you of what?
Placing said wanted poster on the nightstand.
Well, did you?
No.
Are you sure about that, Remington?
I'm positive because last night I sat down to drink, then I went up to our room and went straight to bed.
Did you ever meet up with that old friend who owns the bounty board?
Yep.
So you didn't place the wanted poster on her nightstand.
Nope.
Got it. Hayden's just gonna take a drink of the coffee and continue eating.
And I'm gonna come bustling up, and I've got my arms full of scrolls and stuff like that, and a journal, and I just kind of dump them on the table in front of you, and I look up and I realize Remington's there. I walk around the table to his side of it, and I look him up and down, and I give this little thud to the left breastplate of his armor, and then a little tap on the right thigh.
And you hear a bit of a hollow noise behind each spot.
Nod my head a little bit, satisfied with what I hear, and I go back to the table and I start unrolling one of the scrolls, and I look at Hayden and I'm like, okay, I have this map. Where were you?
We're not gonna bypass that. What was that?
You can easily mark on the map where you were.
Yeah, I'll mark on the map.
Not interrupting you, Shabby, just giving him a little bit of information as well. You can easily find where you were and point out to her. X marks the spot, quite literally. Let me mark your mini map.
You were gonna have me roll if I was close to the location or if I was off. I wasn't sure what you were gonna have me do.
No, you found it. Your little tracker yourself could have easily gotten in and out of there. You know right where it is now, kind of thing. You're like, yeah, it's right here. The floor is yours now, Remington, if you want to in character that.
Now, hold on. We're not going to bypass that. What was that, Lilith?
Nothing. I was just checking your structure in those two specific spots. Now, Hayden, okay, so what path did you take?
Hayden's gonna show her with his finger a path that he took to the cave. So are you gonna answer the man? Hold on, what was that?
I literally
that's
just
what
did. I thought I did.
You don't randomly check my structure, Lilith. The last time you tried to do that, you tried to drown me in the river. Okay.
Right.
What was that?
Just needed to be repaired, so I was just making sure that you're structurally sound. So again, how long did it take you to get there, Hayden?
A day and a half. A day and a half. What the? Wait, seriously though, what?
I don't understand how you guys are misunderstanding my words on that. I'm double checking that he is structurally sound. He was put back together. He's good. Okay. Day and a half to the cave.
My thing about that though is you don't randomly just knock on my thigh and my chest plate. If you're doing a structural integrity test, you do the whole body. I was two very specific spots.
Okay, fine. I walk up and I start tapping on the other breastplate, his arms, his shoulders, his other thighs. I do a couple kicks to the shins. Are you happy now? Okay, so back to the map. It took you how long to get there now, Hated?
A day and a half.
Okay,
But I got little
so
legs.
you got little
Maybe
legs,
like a
day and a
taper.
half. I am looking at the map and trying to. Okay, so I can see obviously on the map where we are, correct? Okay.
Well, you are here.
So I dig out a pencil and I kind of mark the cave where he said the cave was at, and then I'm gonna follow like more eastern, yes, for the mountain stuff. Correct. Okay.
Clarifying for above table ish, his destination for the waterfall was north. Yours is east northeast and considerably further out. So you could like do one of those.
Okay, so I'm looking at the map from where he marked it, and I'm kind of doing it a visual inspection of everything northern, both east or western of it, northern of it, and I find Black Spire Mountains, correct?
To the east northeast of where he points out this waterfall would be through your research. How what your best educated wish would be that your educated guess that this is the mountain range they're talking about. There really isn't a bigger one. Like there's some foothills around, but that's the mountains over there.
Okay, so I'm assuming that it doesn't actually have a name to it. Then it's a mountain thing. Is the place Ilaria written on the map in those mountains?
Negative. The only thing on the map, all you see is the mountain range. There's no name for the said mountains. There is no Aloria written on this this map. Nothing. Just the mountain range.
And what about the other map scroll thing that I have? Is that anything like a closer up or a different region, or is it just an extra one that just got scooped up with the big one that had everything?
It seems to have some writings around the edges talking about caverns and a castle in the mountains. It looks like someone was starting to try and find something, but didn't get very far. The handwriting is not of that of the journals. It looks like maybe you weren't the first one to come across this box of information.
Okay, so
Like I said, forgive me, I'm a little off today, so if my storytelling needs a little couple of extra clarifiers, please say something.
Okay, so I'm pointing to that mountain range. I think, and I start talking to Hated, by the way. I think that what we saw happened here, and I'm doing little circle marks on where the mountain is, like looking at Hated, going, look. I go because I found this journal that talks about the Lord and things happening, and I think we need to go here, or I think I need to go here to find out what happened. Are you willing to go with me, since apparently you have the other half, or had the other half in information?
Sure. Sure. Can we get a horse or like a carrot? I'm not walking. It's gonna take you a week. It's gonna take me 2.
Oh, no worries, honey. I got this covered. You don't have to walk that whole way.
Yeah.
How quickly can you be ready to leave?
Uh, now I guess nothing really planned.
Okay, well, I need a little bit of time to prepare, but meet me at the tavern in an hour. Outside of the
Okay.
tavern in an hour.
Okay. I can do that.
And then I start to gather everything up and stick what I can, the journal back into my bag, and I've got the scrolls under one arm, and I look at Remington and I go, "You come with me," and start
I
walking away.
follow.
Sorry, I was muted. I said yes, without even a thought going through your head, you follow.
And I go back to my room real quick and gather a couple of things and stuff for the trip, and start heading towards tavern with Remington following.
All right, and takes you about an hour. Maybe you hit the bakery on the way by, that kind of thing, and you meet up with Hated out front of the tavern, and you guys start heading towards the waterfall. Is that your first destination, or are you just skipping that entirely and going off towards the mountains? It kind of sounded like you were going to the waterfall.
Yes, yeah. We'll start heading direction of.
Like I said, I'm a little brain fried, so forgive me if I'm clarifying too.
No, you're fine. Yeah, we'll start kind of heading in the direction that Hated did. We are gonna get to the edge of town though, and I'm going to look at Remington and go, Neil.
You do.
And I pick up Hated and I set him on Remington's shoulders.
Hell yeah.
Told you I had you.
That was so
And
funny.
You wanna
continue walking.
chill on my? You want to chill on my left shoulder, Lilith?
No, I'm good down here.
Okay.
And those three are going to head out of town. It was just barely breakfast when the three of them did that, because good morning, Ivory, and they stomped over to do that. He came back a little bewildered and is now run off, essentially, to avoid Ivory. Ame, good
Yes.
morning. You wake up covered in ivy. And it has kind of surrounded the bed and you, and now it is 3 to 4 times thicker than it was when you cut it down last night. You can, however, get out of bed. It's not like bound you to the bed like that. Unless it has. I mean, hey.
Ami is gonna get annoyed and gets up out of the bed and kind of just ignore it at the moment. Gets dressed and goes to hunt down Rosalind to give another apology.
As you come out of your room, excuse me, Ivory, you will have come back to your room and gotten yourself ready. Is there anything you wanted to be doing in your room before you walk out and meet Ivory or meet Ame in the hallway?
Hold that thought real quick. Let me look at my spells real quick. because I had an idea. As she's getting dressed, she is going to hold on, my stuff's not loading.
Make sure you're looking at the right spell list.
I know what spell list I'm looking at.
Okay, just
Uh, is this one? Nope. Okay, I can't find it. Oh wait. Yeah, I can't find it. So yeah, she's gonna get dressed, she's gonna get ready, and then I guess she's gonna kind of exit into the hallway.
sure. And about you guys come out of your room at about the same time and see each other. Morning.
Morning.
Ivory kind of wraps her arm around Ami. We
You
have
notice a smell of potpourri and death. This soured almonds smell.
Ivory kind of sniffs the air and kind of then sniffs Ami's neck. Do I want to know?
I don't even know.
Are you okay? Let's start there.
Physically? Yes, I believe so. I don't feel anything wrong, but magic wise, I don't know what's really going on.
Well, magic is obviously in the works here, but maybe we could speak to someone, help you. I don't know, but there's got to be
I would
some kind of wizard around here somewhere that could give us some answers.
I wouldn't know where to look.
I don't know. Maybe Rosalind might know. Um,
Well, I was just heading to go see her. Shall we also ask that as well?
sure. Yeah.
And then Ami turns and starts heading to go find Rosalind.
She is not difficult to find. She is doing her typical flitting around, making sure the place is in perfect order. She's making sure the stage has been cleaned right and doing all of her opening stuffs, making sure breakfast is served and all of her long-term guests like the y'all are taken care of. Good morning, she says as she sees the two of you come downstairs.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is there somewhere we can talk?
Kind of looks around a little bit. Yeah. Like privately?
Preferably.
Sure, I gotta go check on the dining hall anyway, and kind of lead you guys back towards the dining hall and finds it disheveled. Like clearly plates have been pushed all over the place and space has been made, and she can see her kind of huff at it. She shuts the doors and she goes, ugh. It's kind of cleaning things up. She goes, well, what's going on?
First, I am sorry. I apologize.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, never mind. She's back.
Great
And
technical
he got on the
difficulties.
computer. Sorry. Um. First of all, I want to apologize for the room.
She laughs. Oh God, what now?
There's some scorch marks on the wall.
Near scourge marks. Sorry. Scorch marks, she says. The eyebrows come up and she kind of stops and she looks at you and then notices definitely Lilith's coffee mug sitting there and just glares at it. What do you mean scorch mark? Scorch marks is what burned? What's on fire? Is anything on fire?
Nothing's on fire.
Any more?
No, nothing was on fire. Um,
She kind of holds a hand up. She goes, "Sweetheart, I need to remind you that what our clients pay for behind closed doors is up to them. And if there is damages to the room, you need to explain that's part of the cover charge of the evening."
Ivory just giggles.
it wasn't with someone. I tried to clean up a mess and it didn't go too well. I got too close to the wall.
Hey, she's giving you this very strange, okay kind of look. Like, and then
And yeah.
So I think what Shell or Ami is trying to say, there seems to be something going on, and we were wondering if you knew of anyone in the Colosseum that deals with magic that might help us.
yeah, I've got a couple of people like you're not the first sorcerer to come through my halls, so let me reach out, see what I can do. I'll tell you. Get with me tonight after your performance, Ivory, and I'll have more information for you then. How about that? I've got a million things to take care of, but I promise it's top priority as soon as I get 5 minutes to breathe. Deal?
Deal. Before you leave, I mean, I know this is a brothel, and obviously cameras might not be the smartest idea in this place, for privacy reasons, but do you know if anyone entered my room last night?
Excuse me. Not that I saw. I was down here with the party of guests. Admittedly, I wasn't really keeping an eye on rooms. And yes, as you pointed out, it's a brothel. Traffic in and out of rooms is not abnormal. But no, I didn't see anybody.
Okay. Thank you. And she kind of looks down at her hands. And she does apologize again, and she goes, "Rosalind, I really am sorry for how I acted the other night. I don't want you to think that I have any ill will against you. I'm not sure who to trust right now."
I understand. I wish to extend my apologies to you as well. There are few things that bring out my fire faster than my siblings.
I
So,
understand.
let us bury the proverbial hatchet, shall we? Now, Ame, take a look at your room and see what you've done this time.
Okay.
Gonna open a door and come clean up my sister's mess, please. She points to an attendant. and kind of drags Ame off. And as she throws an arm, interlocks her arm with you, she too goes, "Mm," and just keeps walking. She doesn't say anything because she's a proper lady, but she definitely noticed that. And she's going to take you up to the room, and you are going to show her.
The torch marks on the wall and the ivory all on the bed. Ivy.
Yeah, I'm laid out on the bed all nice for you.
In the
There's
death of
ivory
flowers.
Wild.
everywhere. So as she kind of takes in the sight of the room covered in vines, you can see her kind of looking around trying to figure out exactly where it came from, because there's no point of growth. They just kind of seem all around. She looks at you and goes, "Does this happen a lot? Because you
Nope.
said the bed of flowers and now ivy. Is this like, do we need to account for this?"
Potentially.
Eventually, the eyebrows come up. You can see her sniff the air again. She's like, her nose kind of crinkles a little bit. She goes, "Okay, well, do you like the new decor?
No.
Okay, well then we'll get this taken care of." And sweetheart, and she leans in real close. She goes, "Can I suggest a nice bath and maybe a vinegar rinse? I trying not to be rude
Yeah.
here, sweetheart," and kind of pats you on the shoulder and walks out.
Ami takes the advice. Try.
All right, and we're going to go back to Ivory, who is downstairs getting some breakfast in the dining hall, still kind of standing there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's doing her normal morning routine, getting some pancakes to shove in her mouth, and drinking her coffee. Kind of just waiting for Ami to come back.
And after a couple minutes, you see Rosalind come down and finish grabbing a couple of things, and off she goes. And a few moments later, Ami joins you for breakfast.
Ivory kind of pats the seat next to her as Ami walks in and kind of flops the pancake around in the wind. Here you go.
Ami snags the pancake and sits on the seat next to Ivory.
So, Ami, I feel like there's something that we should talk about.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is there now?
Let's just say that I mean, you've never given me any reason to doubt you, and you've shared some information about yourself with me, and I feel like it's maybe about time I tell somebody else before it comes out in the wrong way.
The wrong way?
Yes, something happened this morning or in last night into this morning that I am not exactly happy with, and I feel like I should let you know. I mentioned that I was a noble, have a life of nobility. You remember that, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, She kind of looks down at her plate as she says this. Like Zelvia had said, I too have ran away.
Runaway bride?
Yes. So I my parents decided that they were going to counter their debts and tried to marry me off to another noble, and as mean and sick that this man is, he's not a good person. I ran away. I refused to be stuck in a cage and somebody's wife just for money. And let's just say he is not happy, and
Mm-hmm.
there is active bounties on my head.
Mommy snaps her head towards Ivory and goes, "What?"
Yeah. And somebody, I'm going to trust Remington when he says he didn't, but given the fact that I am a light sleeper because I've been running since I left months ago, I would know if somebody came into the room. Um, there was a wanted poster of me next to my bed this morning, and Remington, I can swear, was the only one that entered my room last night. And it wasn't there when I fell asleep.
Oh,
Remington says he didn't put it there. I'm gonna trust him because he's never lied to me that I know of. But yeah,
hmm. Okay. Um, do you know if or has anyone looked at you like they're hunting you for a bounty?
I don't know, but I just want. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that whatever happened at an arena a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago, I'm not exactly in the right head frame to be paying attention to anyone else around me the way that I should be. Um, I'm gonna help you with your little magic problem, and if you could just keep an eye out for me, I'd appreciate it. But we're gonna get down to your little magic issue feelings that yes.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. That this is new. I've never. Which, by the way, do I smell better?
Ivory kind of gets nice and close to your neck.
No.
She kind of pats you on the head. Sure.
You don't have to lie to me.
You smell
I'd rather
awful.
know if I, I'd rather know if I smell than someone straight tell me that I don't.
You smell absolutely awful.
Hope I didn't smell like this the other night then.
The other night? I don't think so. This smell is new. It's potent.
Mm, okay. Yeah, then I would love to figure out what's going on and get rid of the smell.
Hopefully, the wizard or Rosalind contact can help us figure out what's going on with
I
you.
hope so.
And we are going to back over to our little adventuring party of 3 here. And you are headed off. You've had a good portion of the morning to put some distance between you and the Crucible, and it is in your rear view. Anything the 3 of you want to say or do as you hi ho, out of town you go?
We get a good little bit out of town and everything like that, and kind of is I strike up a conversation, find out what's. I look towards hated, and so out of curiosity, you said you went this direction.
Yep.
Would you like to share with me what happened? Why were you out here?
I mm, I got a note when we uh the morning after we woke up from our fight in the Crucible. I received a note saying to go to a shop and that that if I wanted to know real secrets that I should show up. So doing so out of pure curiosity, I did, and I ran into my former guild master, who gave me some information about a cave about a day and a half walk for people of my size. Uh, so I went. That yeah, that's really about it. That that creature that I was trying to tell you about, like it, that thing was in there. It was pretty dark. A lot of glowing mushrooms. I thought I was tripping on something. You can't hear yourself think. Like you get to a certain point in the cave where you no longer hear the waterfall behind you, and like you can't even hear your own heartbeat. It's kind of trippy. I almost didn't want to leave because the voices that I hear, uh, they were gone for a little bit. But nothing ever lasts forever.
Yeah, and you see, searching her brain for something that she may have stored in there, but um, she focuses her gaze back on you. Okay, okay.
But I still
And
can't understand what that creature is. It's weird.
I reach into my notebook. Hey, describe it to me again. Standing there with a book and a pen.
I start describing it with like a diamondish shaped head, like kind of like a golem. It's got a one big eye in the center of its head, and sharp teeth. It was drooling like crazy.
And I'm sitting there and I'm taking notes and sketching a little bit of said and everything, jotting it down. I'm gonna figure out. That's what I do. Um, um, I look around our area. I'm assuming we're getting towards like maybe day now.
Yeah, by this point, you guys have been out for a couple of hours. So you're midday at this point. You've gotten, like I said, there's a good few miles between you and the city now. And yeah, you're kind of walking through decent meadows. It's actually really pretty here, like all the way around. Like when I first described when you guys showed up, it's the hills are alive with music. Just these gorgeous rolling hills, soft grasslands, some sparse trees, little lakes here and there. decent weather, 70s, slightly overcast, so it's nice to walk through. Just gorgeous.
Uh, Needed, while sitting on Remington's shoulder still, is going to like pat him on the back of the head and go, so are you sure there's nothing you want to share with us about your interaction this morning that had you so distraught?
And you will notice that there is zero response out of Remington. His gaze is weirdly locked onto Lilith, and his gait is a little different. It's a little bit more, it's much more mechanical than his typical fluid, almost saunter that he has as you see him walking through town. This is much more almost a soldier's march, very stiff upper body, very robotic march, and no response.
Buddy.
Oh, pay him no mind. He's going to be like this for a little bit longer. Pay him no mind.
It's all good. It's all good.
And we are, at this point, I am admittedly going to tap out myself. My brain is starting to hurt. My eyes hurt. So this is a wonderful spot to call it on this session. We have got Ivory and Ame sharing a day at Ruby's, waiting for word on the wizard. We've got a micro adventuring party in hated Remington and Lilith headed off towards the mountains on a week-long journey. So we will pick this back up next week. And thank you all for coming by.
And thank you all for joining us for the stream. We will be back next Sunday, same time, same channel. See you all then. I hope you enjoyed it.
Have a great rest of your weekend.
In the cradle of stone where the brave come to rise, there once was a dreamer with stars in his eyes. He raised up the walls from the dust of the night, so mortals could burn with undying light. Oh, sing for the one who fashioned this flame, who gave us the arena, who gave us the game. He watches in silence with kindness unseen, the Lord of the Crucible, guardian of dreams. He hears every cheer, every fall, every cry, and lifts up the fallen so they never truly die. In his house of warm waters and shimmering stone, he offers new mornings for those who atone. Oh, sing for the one who fashioned this flame, who gave us the arena, who gave us the game. Though ancient and lonely, his heart remains true. He built us a kingdom where legends renew. So raise up your voices, he's listening for you.